What's up, interwebs? Welcome to the Storytime Podcast. I'm Tim.
And I'm Adam.
And this is where we go through an old draft of mine, and Adam reads a chapter, and we discuss it. This is season 2, so we're going through my first book of my ever series, planned out.
Ooh.
Marks of Eilira, Strangers from Another World. Well, Marks of Eilira is a series. Strangers from Another World is the book.
Good.
We're wrapping it. We're getting close to the end of the book, and woo! I can't wait until this one's gonna be a tough one. So, but before we get to Adam's reading, we got some stuff we gotta take care of. Adam.
Yes.
If you're going to enjoy this episode, we would love it if you'd go in, hit that like button. Nope, smash that like button and do it as a prayer to the holy algorithm.
The holy algorithm.
And subscribe because I got writing content on this channel. But maybe you need some entertainment after this episode. You should go and check out Adam's terrible gameplay channel. Adam?
ZOP Gaming. Get over there, enjoy a couple of friends just hanging out, playing a video game. It's like being in somebody's living room and listening to them talk about playing a video game.
You mean bitch about playing video games?
Sometimes there is complaining.
Yes.
I try not to do that, though.
No, you don't. But, yeah, okay. Now we get out of the way, we'll get to Adam's reading, and then we'll be back to discuss the chapter.
22. Third floor. Where could she be? Shouted Zach, his face turning bright red. Zach, said Alkaline, be quiet. The guard will hear you. It was too late. A loud, slow scraping of metal against leather echoed throughout the dungeon. The guard heard Zach, but he was nowhere to be seen. Zach looked back and forth to see where the guard was, but did not see him. The 3 orb lights vanished, and the dungeon quickly became dark with a faint light from the torches on the walls every so many 100 feet. As soon as the orbs faded, the footsteps could be heard, slow but heavy, bouncing off the walls, making it hard to tell where they originated from. That is when Zach saw the faint light appear at the far end of the row. The guard had found where the shouting came from and was on his way to check it out. Zach and Ryan turned and walked as fast as they could down the intersection, and turned down the first row they came to. The guard reached the intersection just as Ryan turned to the corner, and a light from his torch lit up the area. Just out of sight, Zach slowly moved back towards the path, one foot after another, making sure they made as little noise as they could. After a few moments, they reached the far end of the row, but without their orb, they were not sure where the path was. Ryan, do you know where the path is? Whispered Zach. Shouldn't it be right here? Whispered Ryan. I'm not sure, said Zach. I did not pay attention to exactly where we came out. What path are you talking about? Asked Ryan. You know, the one we came from, Ryan, whispered Zach, turning to face his friend. Zach froze as soon as he saw Ryan. He was not seeing Ryan that made him freeze, but the person who was standing behind him. A large man towered over Ryan, with the torch in one hand and his sword in the other. Ryan did not realize someone was behind him. He wondered why Zach was not moving. After a few moments, he noticed that Zach was not looking at him, but behind him. Ryan turned and ran right into the chest of the guard, causing him to stumble back, hitting Zach. The two fell to the ground. Zach landed on his butt, while Ryan landed on his back with a loud thud. The guard moved towards them slowly. Now, where is this path you used to get in here? Asked the guard. I don't know what you're talking about, said Zach. Liar, bellowed the man. I'm gonna start removing body parts until you tell me, and if you happen to die before then, well, sounds like I'll find the path by just searching. Bam! The guard dropped and hit the prison with a thud. Zach was shocked, not sure why the guard just dropped. Then the orbs returned. There stood Alkaline behind with the hilt of his sword just where the back of the guard's head was before he dropped. Zach and Ryan quickly jumped to their feet and walked over to Alkaline. Where did you come from? Asked Zach. I went around to come up behind the guard, said Alkaline, sheathing his sword. Why do you think I turned the orbs off? Couldn't only we 3 see them? Asked Ryan. No, said Alkaline. I did not think we would be in here long enough to worry about the guard, and it was only one. So if you did happen to see them, I could take care of him before he did anything. What are you doing here? Asked a voice. Zach, Ryan, and Alkaline jump. Zach jumped so high his head almost hit the ceiling. Thinking another guard had heard them or was in there, they did not know about it. They all turned slowly, did not see anyone behind them. I said, what are you doing there? Asked a voice. Zach turned to see that the person in the cell to their right had woken up with all the commotion. The light from his orb caught the man and showed his wrinkly skin with long gray hair down to his shoulders and a thick gray beard. His eyes caught the light just right to reveal an amber color. But that was not all. Zach could see the tiredness in his eyes. Not tired as in a lack of sleep, but a tiredness of life, ready to move on from this world. But he had yet to do so. I'll call for the guard if you don't answer me, said the man coming up to the cell bars. You mean the one who is on the ground, out cold? Said Alkaline. Oh, said the prisoner. Just then an idea popped into Zach's head. Maybe this man had seen Violet. Excuse me, sir, said Zach. We came to find a friend. She would have been brought in about 12 days ago. Not sure, said the prisoner. I've seen many girls come through here. My memory is not so good. Oh, said Zach. Sorry, said the prisoner. They all seem to merge, except for one. Odd girl, blonde, very cute, wore clothes unlike anything I'd ever seen before. She claimed she was from another world. That's her, said Zach with excitement. Quiet, said Ryan. Sorry, said Zach. Do you know where she is now? She was only in here for a few days before they took her out of here, said the prisoner. I think about 3 days after she arrived. That would have been when we reached the mountain, said Alkaline. Do you know where she is now? Asked Ryan. I thought they killed her, said the prisoner. What? Shouted Zach, slapping his hand over his mouth. Oh, she's not dead, young man, said the prisoner. I overheard a few days ago that she was moved somewhere else in the castle. Where? Asked Alkaline. Why should I tell you? Said the prisoner. I see nothing in it for me. How about we let you free? Asked Zach. Deal, said the prisoner. Zach bent down and grabbed the ring of keys off the guard's belt. He stood back up and looked at the ring. There were only 3 keys on the ring. Zach quickly figured out that the keys were to the cells in their rows. It made finding the key for the old man's cell. It was in the middle one, regardless of how you looked at the keys. He picked up the middle key and inserted it into the lock. Where is she? You open that door first, said the prisoner. Fine, said Zach. Just remember that you don't know how to get out of this place without being caught. I open this door, you tell, and then we tell you how to get out safely. That's fair, said the prisoner. Zach turned the key, and a loud click came from the lock. He pushed on the cell doors. They squeaked as the door moved. It was clear that the door had not been opened in a long time. With the door open, I moved out of the way, and the old man limped slowly through the door and out into the open dungeon. Where is she? Asked Alkaline. I heard the guards say she was moved into a room on the 3rd floor, said the prisoner, right behind the back stairs case. She has 2 guards at her door at all times. Thank you, said Zach, turning to look at Alkaline. No problem, said the prisoner. Thanks for my freedom. You see that path right there? Said Alkaline, pointing to the wall where they came through. Yeah, said the former prisoner. Take that path and until it ends, said Alkaline. It will take you outside the palace walls. Once out there, you are on your own. Guards patrol the streets at night. So if they see you, come out. They will arrest you for sure. Be careful. I will, and thanks, said the former prisoner, limping towards the hole. Once the old man was in the tunnel, Alkaline pressed a small stone that stuck out a little more than all the other stones. The scraping from the stones reverberated throughout the dungeon as the missing stone wall came up from the floor and covered the hole. Once the tunnel was covered, Alkaline turned to face Zach and Ryan. So, we need to get to the 3rd floor, said Zach. How do we get there? Remembering from the plans DeMarcus had of Sphere's palace, said Alkaline. We can get back to the staircase pretty easily once we get on the 1st floor. Like always, said Ryan. You lead the way. We follow. Stay close, said Alkaline. Be ready to run if I say so. no matter what happens. Okay, said Zach and Ryan. Alkaline turned left. Zach and Ryan followed. They went down the road. Zach went by, but when they stopped, they did not turn left. They stopped at the wooden door that was before them. Alkaline slowly opened the door quietly and peered out to make sure the coast was clear. After checking both ways, he motioned for Zach and Ryan to move. Zach walked through the door behind Alkaline's back, across the hall into the space across from the door that was not in view of anyone who might suddenly come by. Once both were on the other side, Alkaline stepped out into the hall, slowly closed the door, and joined them. Zach noticed that as soon as Alkaline joined them, his eyes were black. He was using the aerial map. A few moments after joining them, Alkaline started walking to their left, so they followed him. They did not stay in this hall long. The first turn they came to, Alkaline took. Zach was expecting some soldiers to walk past, but they never did. They took this hall to the end when they came to a small staircase leading to the first floor. Alkaline held up his hand for Zach and Ryan to stay as he slowly walked up the stairs. Once he reached the top, he dropped his hand and Zach walked up the stairs, followed by Ryan. Alkaline walked out onto the first floor, took his left, and followed the hall. Zach followed, but was amazed by this palace. The walls were pure white and looked like they were made out of pearl or something, possibly ivory. The walls were lined with bright, colorful banners that he noticed as he passed. Zach expected to walk past some kind of trophy display, but never did. They followed the hall for several minutes before they came to an intersection. Alkaline paused for a few moments, then turned right. They took this hall for about 10 feet before turning left and coming into a room. Zach thought they had taken a wrong turn, but then he saw the staircase as he turned to his left. Alkaline walked right for them, and up they went. They reached the second floor, and instead of getting off, they continued up to the third floor. Within moments, they were on the third floor, and they were a few steps from the top. Alkaline held out his arm, stopping Zach and Ryan. "Are you trying to cause us to fall down the stairs?" asked Ryan. "No," said Alkaline, turning to face them. "The old man told us that Violet was in the room right next to the stairs." "Yeah, we know," said Zach. "We were standing right next to you." "Yeah, but do you also remember what he said?" said Alkaline. "2 guards outside her door at all times," said Ryan. "Right, and he is right," said Alkaline. "I see 2 guards just at the top by a door, and 1 in the room. They are right outside." "Okay," said Zach. "What do we do?" "I will go first and take care of the guards," said Alkaline. "Then I will motion for you 2 to come up." "Sounds like, Hey!" shouted a voice. Zach, Ryan, and Alkaline nearly lost their balance at hearing the voice. They glanced behind them, but no one was there. Alkaline turned his head up the stairs and then pointed his finger so that Zach and Ryan knew where the voice came from. "What?" asked another voice. "A prisoner got out of the dungeon," said the first voice. "He went through a secret tunnel and came out in the courtyard. There might be intruders. Gamegee gave us orders for all of us to search the palace. Fear told us not to move from this door," said the other voice. "Sphere's not here at the moment," said the first voice. "Gamegee was left in charge. He says that we need to search the palace. So come on with me, and don't worry. I won't say you left your post." "Fine," said the other voice. Heavy armor could be heard moving in the other direction, away from the staircase. Zach, Ryan, and Alkaline waited a few moments. Then once Alkaline motioned, they knew he could see they were gone. The 3 raced up the last few steps and stopped just outside a large door about 10 feet tall, all white with gold trim, with a silver doorknob. Zach grabbed the doorknob and tried to turn it, but it would not move. Alkaline grabbed him by the back of his tunic and pulled him back. He stepped in front, and the symbols appeared on Alkaline's right arm. 6 symbols lit up, and a small flash of light flew from his hand into the keyhole. Just as the light vanished into the keyhole, a loud click of the lock.
All right, Adam. So this is part of the next chapter?
This was the introduction to the next chapter?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Yeah.
Normally I save my last beat until we get through the whole thing. No, I'm going to start that out with my last note, which is how big is this notebook page?
It's
5 inches.
5 inches.
5 inches. Yeah. My
But
notes for this chapter
so-
take about 2/3 of this.
Wow.
That's it for this chapter. My last one is like, Louis, this is what it says. Wait, that's it?
Yep. That was it.
I don't remember it ending like this when I edited this in Grammarly. When I was running it through there. I don't remember it ending like this.
Like,
So this literally came, it was a surprise that we just end with them unlocking the door and nothing. Not even opening it.
so, in my opinion, this is the first half of this chapter was the previous chapter.
Yeah.
Them getting out of the dungeon, or maybe you could have cut it at they got caught by the guard, and that's where you end the
Yeah.
chapter 21.
Oh, we'll get to my
and then
notes on
start
that
22, which would be part of 23.
Yeah.
Because
one. Yeah.
it
Though
just ends.
I do like the ending of the last chapter, though. She's not here.
Yes.
It's a good ending.
It's good, but
But again, like you point, the being discovered by the guard in this chapter would have been another one.
that's a very good ending. What
but-
are you doing down here?
But I still think I'm still gonna hold with that's a good ending point for this, and this just being part of the next chapter. But we'll get to that there. But yeah, I was super shocked. Like how I've been reading this, so I can take my notes beforehand, because generally I'm not here when you read it anymore.
Yes.
I have Scrivener read it to me,
Okay.
and I'll just pause it if it's going too fast, and I'm seeing a few things I want to comment on, so I can write my notes down. When it came to an end, I'm like, what? I literally said what out loud. I could not believe it. But
Yeah, it's
all right, so let's just go through the events, unless you have something about your overall thoughts on the chapter.
I mean, no, that was my thought on the
Yeah,
chapter
really,
so
yeah.
far. But yes, let's go through. And look, I understand, Zach legit being as frustrated as he is at the beginning of this chapter.
Yeah.
He's like, I was told she was here. She's not here.
Yep.
What the hell is this crap? And of course, there would be a guard someplace within the area.
Yep.
And, what was that?
Yeah.
And of course, I understand that. You know what I don't understand?
What's that?
How Ryan and Zach didn't see,
Oh, hold on.
hear.
Hold on.
Okay.
You're getting ahead of yourself, because
Oh,
trust
okay,
me,
okay.
that's some of my no. My biggest first thing is this: why do the lights vanish?
Yeah.
If only Zach, Ryan, and Alclin can see it, like, why? Like, he gives an excuse in there. I'll jump to it. Like, wait, you have the ability to make only specific people can see your light, and decide not to use it all the fucking time. And here's the thing: we have a new logic, Adam.
Yeah.
You want to know the new
Alkaline logic.
No. It's better. Trump logic.
Whoa. Dude.
Yeah.
We don't. Oh, God.
Like, I thought about not writing that down. Like, no, screw it. We're going with it. Trump logic. But yeah, so no, it just doesn't make sense. Like, only one guy. No, Alkaline. I realized how stupid I've made Alkaline in this draft. And I kind of really, really hope that in future drafts, didn't make him so much of a stupid tool. And that's not coming because of how you did his voice. That literally is just how he's written in this book.
Yeah. He is kind of an idiot.
And then, Adam, as you were pointing out, it's like my next point be in between the two on the lights and everything going out. How did Zach and Ryan not notice the light of the torch of the guard?
I know. Yeah, that was the big one for me.
And then you're right, because I specifically point out they hear the chainmail
Yep.
and everything
They hear him
before
walking.
before they move off.
Yep.
So how did they not hear that again when he sneaks up on him? Did he just quickly, let me take this off?
He's like, oh, with a torch.
Yeah. What passage?
And Zach is facing that direction.
I know. Like, how did you not?
Big dude with a torch.
Which I don't know how I set up that scene because I literally had maps for this, and I'm pretty sure I had a map of the dungeon at this point. So I have no clue.
Zach's kind of an idiot.
Well, no, me being the idiot just for saying episode this. But again, this is my second novel ever
I
written.
do love the fact that it is Ryan who, by this point in the book, is over everything.
Yep.
He's like, we're here to get her and get out.
Yep.
And that's it. And then we're going home, and I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to be able to sit on my couch, eat Cheetos, and play video games.
And you know what the funny thing is, Adam? That's not in the book.
No.
This is because how you've been voicing him.
It's just, that's the vibe I'm getting from him
Yeah.
every time, is that he's just like, I just want to go home
Which
now.
is funny because who's the one who loves the stories of Zach's dad?
Oh, yeah.
It's Ryan. And now he's actually gone through and he's like, oh, fuck this shit.
Yeah, no.
I want to go home.
It was really cool with Zach's dad's stories because, you know,
It wasn't me.
He got to do cool shit. All I've done is follow these two around.
Nope. He's done cool shit. He saved Zach from the wraiths.
Oh, yeah.
By
yeah,
accident.
By accident. He's like, I haven't done it.
No,
Where's my cool shit?
No. Let me make that. He didn't do it by accident. He didn't.
No.
He clearly didn't do it by accident. You know how he did it? Plot armor.
Yep. But he's the only one that's just recognizing. It's like, wait, the orbs, why'd they go out? Because we were the only ones that could
Yeah.
see them.
Yep.
And Alkaline's like, well, you
Well,
know.
there's only one person, and I could take him out with ease. I just like realized how stupid I made Alkaline in this version of the book, and it kind of makes me want to go through other drafts just to see if he's that bad. Not maybe at some point I will, but not anytime soon.
Oh, I absolutely loved.
Also, by the way, one more thing.
Yes.
After we find out through talking with the old man.
Oh, no. I love the old man.
Oh yeah, it was.
I enjoyed voicing that character.
Yeah. I was not playing on my phone while you were reading because I'd already did my notes, and I like, wait, what is he doing? Oh, that's the old man. Okay, works for me. But like, we get to him, they free him, and I thought they closed the path off when they entered the dungeon. That was not I thought like there was a plot hole. No, I was like, didn't they close it beforehand? That was really me questioning. Maybe they didn't actually.
You don't really have to worry about it,
But
because I don't remember either.
but anything, what were you gonna say?
It's just old man knowing way more information than he probably should have.
Not necessarily. I mean,
Okay, the fact that he's like, I've seen plenty of girls come through this place. I couldn't describe, I wouldn't know one from the other. And then he's like, except for this one girl. And obviously, that's the one that you're asking about. He knew too much information.
I mean, okay. Let me ask you this: been in the dungeon for a very long time. You've seen people come and go.
Yeah.
They're gonna blur together.
Yeah, but knowing what floor she's on.
Hold on. We've seen how guards are here.
Yeah.
They're dumb.
Oh, of course.
So it's logical. Yes, there's a little too much information, like details.
Knowing somebody's on the third floor.
He could. It's possibly like I have to. He could have overheard someone like I have to take this
I
person.
also then played the guards as people that would be oversharing in front of everyone.
Yeah. Well, that's.
I gotta bring this girl up to the third floor.
Or I had to.
Boss called for it.
I had to go and feed the girl on the third floor of the. Like she's the one that like just randomly like people are like I thought there's that or something like that's true. There's actually someone up there now. Like people gossiping or like why did she get
I got
that
guard duty for the girl and girl on the third floor again.
Like lucky or like you know how boring that is.
It's so boring. All you're doing is just standing in front of a door.
You can't even sleep.
Inside.
You can't even sleep because if how often Sphere shows up.
Yeah.
Like so you don't know if he's coming.
We just gotta stand there.
Awake. So it's like oversharing. A lot of the information could be. It's how much detail is the little thing there.
Yeah.
And the scene goes by fast enough where you might not be thinking that.
Right. That's true.
But one thing I do after that, it's fairly straightforward. We get directions to, and actually I felt this was me doing my turn-by-turn directions. Probably some of the best I've done without it being unnecessary. We're actually getting a path through to the tower.
Yep.
Without over left, left, and nothing like. No, we're actually. It makes sense. Well, Spirit's not here, so what? It may not have many guards out and about.
Yeah.
People will probably taking the chance to be lazy.
Of course. They finally are like, oh, I can bring a chair to the guard duty. Oh, this is so nice.
But it's little things like that, but also just
Sphere it doesn't have, this is the plus side of a work area that doesn't have cameras.
Yes, it
and
does.
the boss isn't walking around.
So it's just one. But the turn. There were some turn by turn directions. It's like left, right, like to getting to the tower, to the palace in the passage. Little ridiculous because it was all tell and nothing happens in there. But adding those turn directions and you're actually having tension and experiencing it, a little bit different. But
I do like the fact that though it is Ryan who once again calls it out. As always, you lead, we follow.
Yeah.
Just like goes about doing it.
I do one of my favorite lines probably in this entire book outside of Zach's cool because he has katanas.
Of course, he does.
And that's not even a line in the book. That's just something we came up with. But yeah, we know. We were standing right next to you.
Yes.
Like, that just goes to show you how dumb I wrote Alkaline in this book.
I loved that. Like, Alkaline literally describes the thing that they were right there for. And it's like, oh, you try to cause us to fall down the stairs. Once again, it's Ryan.
Yeah. What are you going to call it?
No, the old man told us that Violet was on the 3rd floor with 2 guards.
Yeah.
Zach, yeah. I love the fact that I immediately saw it and just was like, oh
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We were right there.
And this is the perfect time to do Zach to be very Zach about it. Yeah, we know. We were right there next to you. But what did he say? Well,
I love the fact that, like, then Alkaline does try to pull the whole, yeah, but
yeah.
You remember what else he said? And Ryan's like, yeah. There were 2 guards outside the door. Jeez, what? We were right there.
I was standing.
Oh, the guards are right over there. Okay, never mind. That now I understand.
Yeah, it's like because that's what when he says that part, like what did Elsie say? That's his point. He knows they're right there. But at the same time, the way he's saying it is just the dumbest.
He is not
possible
telling them, guys, hold up. Guards right there.
No, he's like, remember this? It's like, and the voice you gave to Alkaline just fits
it so perfectly,
so well.
Whoa, man! It's just like I'm stuck with these 2. I am a low-level guy, and I'm stuck with 2 kids to save their friend because if I get anybody else involved, it becomes a war.
Oh, it's gonna get even better when you realize what his actual rank is.
Oh God!
But Adam, you do realize how lucky you are you stumbled into voicing Alkaline this way.
Yep.
And it turning out like you read the first bouts of dialogue and just decided, and you just
I went with it.
You picked the right voice for it because he is that dumb.
Look, he's not dumb, man. He's just.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Really weird.
He does have some good moments.
Oh, absolutely.
But he has a lot of dumb stuff, like obvious stuff, like why don't we just leave before the guards start patrolling?
I don't know.
Alkaline didn't think of that. A 14-year-old boy thought of it. He's not trained in this shit. No. Oh wait, my bad. Remember, everyone keeps telling him you'd be a good warrior if you were trained, except for Sphere, who thinks he would not be.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Of course, Sphere would think that.
Oh no. Sphere is the one person who actually he doesn't want him. He's saying that so he won't be trained. But like, yeah, this is just there. But we get to there, and we also finally get to hear some dialogue from those guards and everything about like a prisoner got out and everything. I have a question for you. Alclin told him,
Yeah.
take that path, go straight, it'll come out on the streets.
Yes.
So the old man does not understand what go straight means.
No, because he clearly turned.
No. Not just turned.
It was almost a 180.
Yes. How did he not understand that? Because he did not go straight, but did a sharp right turn and started going
This way.
upwards.
Yep. Yes, he did.
Like,
Maybe he reached all the way to the other side, and it was blocked.
No. Maybe he got to the thing. He was just so out of breath.
No.
He lost track of what direction he came from, and he went this way.
No.
No.
Because remember, the one to the street, that door closed behind them.
Yeah.
He got to the end of it and went, it's
No.
just a wall.
Alclin told him it opens up. You have to open it up out there, so they see you, they'll arrest you.
Yes, but he didn't know where the button was,
I
so
know.
he turned around and he went back
Maybe.
and he saw this other path and went, I'm going to go this way now.
But it gives them the opportunity to go, and Alclin uses his marks that so far all we've seen do open portals
Yep.
and flash lights that do things.
Yep. That is about it. He just made it into a key and unlocked a door.
Not even a key. It's just a little
yeah, he
light.
went, pop.
It didn't turn into a key. Just a light that went in there and then unlocked it, and the chapter ends.
It's magic.
Well, it is magic, but
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Yep. That wasn't a good spot to end the chapter.
When we get to the next chapter, there's plenty of spots.
It's also the type of beat that could be used to end a chapter if you needed to.
It's that beat right there is a great ending beat as a scene break to a
Right.
different character's POV, something else going on. But since this is a YA and I'm not doing that,
Oh yeah. This could have been.
I'd have to go and look at my outline to see if this is one of those chapters where I end on the chapter break as I plan to, or if this was more of a natural, like, okay, this feels like a good stopping point. Because that's one of the things I do when my writing is like, I'll have a natural stopping point, but sometimes when I'm in the writing, how I wrote it comes off as a better stopping point, and I would go with my gut, because you can always fix it. Of course, when I would go back and rewrite, I actually didn't fix it because I was starting to write the entire fucking draft all over again, thinking I'm editing.
Jeez.
And I couldn't decide I wanted to go first person, or back to third person, or back to first person. Because that's exactly how this book was written, multiple drafts. Okay, so let's get to the fixes draft.
Third person, future tense.
No.
He will do this.
No.
This will happen.
I would almost feel like that's like almost second person future tense.
Almost.
Almost.
I just.
Because second person is you go down, because you're in present tense.
Yes.
You go down the hall. So he will go down is almost future tense of second person.
I know. I will see that happen. First person, second person.
Back and forth.
Narration.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He does this. There is a book out there that I started to read that did that, and I only got halfway through it, and I went, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore.
And then on some random point in there, we have the AI from Dungeon Crawl Call jumping in, talking about how glorious Zach's feet are.
Yes. They're glorious.
And then realizing he's really sexualizing Miner's feet, and like
So he switches over to swords.
he goes back over to he decides to leave.
Yeah,
He's like,
he's like,
no, I'm
you
going
know
back to my other dungeon.
I gotta-
I'm going back
get
to the
out.
dungeon. It's so much better over there. And actually, I think about it, his feelings aren't that glorious. Carl. Okay, let's go to how we're gonna fix this chapter. I think we already said this at the beginning.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yours that all of this is part of the next chapter.
Yep.
My idea is to split this chapter push the information in both directions.
If I was actually now thinking about I might say still most of this chapter is in the next chapter, but the breaking point is this chapter is part of the last chapter, all the way up through after learning and releasing the old man.
Oh yeah, you could also that also could be because technically your climax in the chapter is getting caught and Alkaline knocking the guy out, and then the old man is your post,
kind of your resolution.
Yeah, your resolution to that, and then you can be like, all right, we know where she is.
Yep.
And that's where you end it.
Because if you put these two chapters together with this chapter and the next chapter, it's over 5,000 words.
Yeah, that's okay.
Not for a YA novel.
Those kids need to read more words.
Not a YA novel, not a first book of a YA novel.
Okay.
Series.
They need to.
Book 3, 4.
They need to read more words.
Yeah.
They should have an epic right away. 900 pages on the first book.
One thing I would add to this is on the travel there, show what Alkaline would do when, even though he sees what's coming, there are no good options.
Yeah.
Either way, they might potentially get caught, run into someone. Because what as powerful as being able to see and know where everyone is,
yes,
we haven't seen, that would be a great character moment to show how intelligent in battle situations he is, and move. Because so far, he's not good in battle situations.
No.
And he's only gonna get worse in the next chapter.
Oh God.
Not a bad idea.
Okay.
I'll give you that. But once you'll eventually realize why it wasn't that good.
Oh, okay. Cool.
By the end of the book. But yeah, that's what I think. Add a little more tension in the travel, and make a close call, because of no matter where they go, it's a potential. And Alkalin's got to figure out using his where they are to maybe hide, slips into a room right before and just barely getting it or something like that. But other than that, it's the splitting up, because this chapter is a good setup for the next chapter, but it will make that chapter really long. And at this point, I think you kind of need either shorter chapters to get the pacing going.
Yeah,
because we are in the climax of heading for the climax, the ultimate showdown. So we move faster, or just So, anything else you want to add?
It needs more Highlander.
He drew his sword. He hit him in the back of the head with it.
It needs more than that.
Oh, because when near the climax,
yeah,
it needs more Highlander.
Like, if he used a sword to take the lock off, that would have been awesome on the door.
What if two people cross swords?
Oh, that would be great. That would be amazing.
So you want two guys to cross their swords?
I did not say those exact words.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking about.
I'm not getting canceled.
Sorry, Adam. I got lost in the moment. I was thinking we were back on your channel with Arthur Morgan.
Arthur Morgan? Yeah, of
he would love to cross swords.
That man loves it. He looks forward to it.
Yes.
He likes to use his pistol all the time.
By the way, Adam, I just want to say I love the
title
of the title of the one that just went up. Author safe word.
Yeah.
I knew the one I put up there I really did like, but I mean, it was too long.
Oh, of course.
So you came up
I shortened it right down.
You came up with a great solution for how to take what I was going for and just going, no, I got it.
We were on the wavelength.
Yeah, we're on the wavelength.
I got the titles down.
Not always on the same wavelength, but you are good at taking the image and like, I kind of see where he was going with it, but I have a better one.
I got something better.
Oh no! Oh, I know how to shorten this and make it better.
I got something way dirtier.
Yeah,
within guidelines though.
Yes. but yeah, I understand.
Yep.
More Highlander. Yeah, at this point we should have had a little bit more action.
Yeah.
Honestly, my ultimate feeling is this book doesn't have that much action at all.
No, not at all.
I know in later drafts I do ramp up the action somewhat. I don't think I do probably a good enough job until Clock of Ages.
Okay.
Because one of the problems I had with this series was, and I don't necessarily agree with this advice for a lot of reasons. It's a good voice, and you need to do it sometimes, but kill your darlings.
Yes.
My problem with this series was, I didn't want to. I had my first thoughts, my first directions were gold. I couldn't, because I was so excited by them.
Right.
I couldn't get past them, and when I was needing to make changes to things, I wasn't really able to. I just tried to find new ways to do that, and when in the next draft of rewriting the entire book to amp up things, which was a good learning experience for that. But I was still trying to do the same events that don't necessarily, the story I'm telling isn't the best story.
Okay.
And I just tell this story, same events, maybe one or two new smaller events in them in every version. Even in Clock of Ages, I do add a lot more unique things to world building in some of them, but they're the same events, only instead of the Stones of Time in Clock of Ages, it's the Clock of Ages, which as the one we will go through.
Oh, okay.
At some point. Because it's so much, there was enough difference in that from this one
Oh,
to actually warrant it.
okay.
And I do think my writing is far better than this one.
Than this one.
I mean, it's my second novel I ever wrote here. My first time actually writing a book based on a full-on outline.
Oh, okay. Good.
But yeah, so yeah, it definitely needs more action. Not just here, but the overall story.
Overall, yeah. Because right now it's been a lot of, okay, I will be honest, it does have a lot of Lord of the Rings going on.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, and we travel to someplace. We know there's a great big threat somewhere, but we haven't run into it yet.
See, here's
The problem is Lord of the Rings keeps running into it.
That's the thing is I didn't know fantasy.
Ah.
I only knew Harry Potter at this point. I was going through D.J. McHale's Pendragon series around this time. Again, all like independent reader type stories. And I'm writing YA. I was reading some YA, but that's all I really had. And I'm trying to write a fantasy, more of an epic fantasy for YA, but all I know is Lord of the Rings. So that's kind of what it is, and I didn't understand how we keep running into things that make sense. So, but yeah, we'll save more of this stuff for the wrap-up episode after the book story is, but I think we know what we're going to be talking about.
Probably.
But if you have anything else to add, Adam?
No.
Okay, so let's wrap this episode up. You made it here. We're assuming you're enjoying it. So let us know down in the comment section what you think of this chapter alone, the story as a whole. And if you agree with Adam, this needs more Highlander. And by Highlander, more action.
Yes.
And dudes crossing their swords.
If you want to say that on your channel, I'll let you.
Compared to stuff you say on your channel?
I mean,
It's not even vocal.
I hold your channel to a higher guidelines than mine.
That's only because I have less subscribers than
Exactly. You need more subscribers, so you need to be better.
you. No.
Okay, don't.
No. If I fucking cared about doing the stuff to get more subscribers, I would do that. But I don't.
Right.
I like being I don't mind being the YouTube's best kept secret for writers.
I mean, yeah.
Someday I hope that's actually true.
Totally.
I hope it's true someday. But you know what happens with best kept secrets? They get out and then you have a bunch of subscribers. So either way, you win or lose.
Exactly.
But yeah, so you let us know down there, and since you made it here, we assume you absolutely did like this. So why not help us out and smash that like button as a prayer to the holy algorithm.
The holy algorithm.
And subscribe because I got writing content on this channel, and which is on the screen now. But maybe you need to laugh at some idiots who cannot play video games in their 40s. So why not check out Adam's channel? Adam?
ZOP Gaming. Go check it out right now. Do it.
Or watch another one of my videos. Is on screen, so a link to his channel is on screen and my stuff. Pick something, we'll see you there. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.